Hi, welcome to my channel. Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to create brushed surface or brushed metal surface. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on a smaller canvas today. We're going to go 8.5 by 11. I'm going to turn off my grid, so I'll just go to view, so it'll be a little bit easier to look at the picture. And what we're going to do is just kind of create a generic shape, just a square, and we'll go ahead and fill it, create a path. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our shape selection here. We'll go rectangular tool. Now when you pick this, make sure this window says path rather than shape. Sometimes when it's hung up on shape, it won't give you the ability to make adjustments. So what you want to do is go ahead and select path, okay, and just go ahead and pull a rectangle, okay. And again, if your properties pop up, go ahead and just click that off. You don't need to see that, but you do want to keep your path, so go ahead and click on the work path. Let's go path 1. We'll just call this surface. Okay. And then like we always do, make sure that you work above the background. So go ahead and go to layer and create a new layer. And we'll also name this surface. Okay. So we have something, we have basically something that always works in conjunction with the path. Okay. So there we go. We got our layer and we have our path. Okay. So all we have to do now is we want to go ahead and make it active. So we'll go to the third button. Okay. You see how the marching ants are now there. And I want you to go ahead and go to the palette and select the light gray. Okay. And make sure you have a layer reserved for that. And just go ahead and take your bucket and fill it. All right. All right. Now, if you think that you can go something lighter, I'm going to go with a little bit lighter, so we have a little more contrast. I just went back in and reselected the value, and I know that didn't seem like much, but it's going to make a difference when we start to render. Okay. All right. Now, while it's still selected, now you don't have to really have it selected, but I'm just going to leave it selected. Let's go ahead and put some noise in there. So I'm going to go to my filter menu, select noise. I'll go ahead and add some noise. And when you're doing this demo for brushed metal, you want to be a little more generous with the noise, because you want to be able to kind of grab that texture and pull it. And you'll see what I'm talking about afterwards, okay? So I'm pretty happy with that. I have it down. My setting is around 100%, a little over 100%. Okay, let's go ahead and hit OK. And you're so satisfied with that. Let's go ahead and now create the brush metal effect. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to filter, and I want you to go to blur, and I want you to go to motion blur. Okay, so go to blur, right? Filter, blur, and go to motion blur. And go ahead and click on that with your left button, and you see it right away what's happening. It's all of a sudden kind of put it into motion. It's almost got some speed on it. So what you want to do is you want to first take a look at the grain. Okay, you see it's starting to look like metal grain, and you want to kind of adjust it to your the effect that you want. Okay, and that looks pretty good. And you can play around with the distance with regards to how far do you want that, how aggressive do you want that brushed metal look. Kind of like that. It's something quite visible. Okay. All right. So hit OK. Now, one of the things you'll notice that when you're adjusting that, you'll see that it leaves behind this little bit of residue. It's almost like it hasn't gone all the way. It's a little bit short. So what you want to do to take care of that is you want to go ahead and transform that. So what I'll do is I'll go to Edit, Free Transform, and then you're just going to hold down the Shift key and just stretch it. Okay, stretch it on both sides, and you see how that little bit of discoloration moves away from the path. Okay, you see how I kind of move it a little bit away? And that's how you take care of that. It just kind of stretches out a little bit. It really doesn't change it that much, but it does kind of give it a cleaner look. All right. Once you're happy with it, just go ahead and accept it and deselect. All right. Now, what we want to do now is go back to the original path. Turn that on, and you see how the blue lines highlighted the path? That's a shape that we want to capture. So we want to make sure that we've captured that. And we definitely have enough bleed because we've pulled out the brushed metal, both left and right sides. So all you have to do is hit the third button to make it active, And because we want to get rid of the stuff on the outside rather than the inside, because we want to keep the inside, let's go ahead and invert that selection. Okay, you see the marching ants are now not just in the center, but they're all surrounding the canvas. And all I have to do is hit delete, boom, and there you go. Okay, so that's your example of brush metal. Right now, in my next demo, what I want to do is I want to show you how you can actually create some surface effects, right? Surface contours, and also add the brush metal effect on that. All right, so stay tuned in my next video, and we'll do the same, but we'll add a little extra. All right, hey, thanks for watching.